According to the revised roadmap, nominations for presidential candidates will be held in November. Candidates for the parliamentary seats will be nominated in October. The Electoral Commission also announced that campaigns will be virtual, a first for Uganda. Many concerns have been raised on, among other things, issues of legality and timing. The Speaker of Parliament, Rebecca Kadaga, ordered the Electoral Commission and the Minister of Justice to go before the Legal and Parliamentary Affairs Committee. High on the agenda of next week's meeting will be the question of the legality of holding virtual campaigns and how the standard operating procedures to prevent the spread of COVID-19 can be incorporated into the electoral laws.
Election matters are matters of law. So you set the rules early enough and you agree to go by that rule. And you're not allowed to change the rules in the middle of the game. So we believe that this will be able to help us and enrich the debate when we meet them.
And the areas we are basically interested in, the pronouncement that this will be a scientific election. How does the scientific election satisfy the requirements in the Constitution for a free and fair election?
Because subsection 1 of 21 says, subject to the Constitution and this Act, the Commission may determine the manner and the period during which campaigns shall take place.
Some MPs have their expectations from this meeting.
We need to know whether the Electoral Commission is going to facilitate the process, for example, of allowing, especially like councillors, like mayors in those lower levels, to see whether they can actually be facilitated to go to the radios and campaign. Otherwise, it's becoming extremely difficult for them.
When the president said, anybody who gives food, you give food, is attempted murder. The arrested is Ake here. The NRM people that gave food, none of them was arrested. So what are we on? It's the same double standard that will be practiced when it comes to campaigns. So let the Electoral Commission be clear. If time is not ripe for campaigns, let them not put it there.
They have to explain to us, can they man and give instructions to media houses?
Some party leaders feel the possibility of postponing the elections should also be considered.
So if the corona pandemic is this serious, then postponing the election is a viable option, because we are the ones who make the laws. We are the ones who can change the laws.
But the nature of our governance system, the nature of the incumbent, it would be miraculous if he took that route. So we have to live with the fact that we have to operate within the remaining period between now and May to have an elected president.
However, this means more work for the Legal and Parliamentary Committee.
If it is for the good of this country, we shall do that extra work. But it will be double. We've just been from electoral reform. Today I just sent the constitutional amendment report to the Speaker of the Nuagaba. We have several bills. We have about 8 reports. The IGG, you have the Electoral Commission report of 2016 has not been handled by the committee.
We already have amendments to the relevant laws on elections that have been passed. Amendments have been made to the Electoral Commissions Act, Presidential Elections Act, and even Parliamentary Elections Act. I do not know whether the President has signed those amendments.
The leadership of the Inter-Party Organization for Dialogue, IPOD, wants the Electoral Commission to address the clash between political party primaries and the revised roadmap.
The party primaries require that public meetings should be held in the process of identifying candidates. The roadmap is saying there should be no public meetings. How do we reconcile the two divergent positions?
The chairperson of the Legal and Parliamentary Affairs Committee, Jacob Oboth, says the invitation of other stakeholders will depend on what information they get from the meeting with the Electoral Commission and the Justice Minister. Ali Mivole, NTV.